What if the tallest building in America wasn't in New York, Chicago, or LA, but in the middle of Tornado Alley? Sounds insane? Well, it's happening. Like right now in Oklahoma City. A 1,907-foot glass giant is set to rise over a city better known for rodeos and sirens than steel and skylines. Architects are stunned. Economists are baffled. And locals are asking, is this brilliance or are developers picking a billion-dollar fight with Mother Nature? In the heart of downtown Oklahoma City, something unbelievable is unfolding. Not another sports arena, not a museum, but a $1.6 billion skyline-defying statement. A project so bold, it's aiming to put OKC on the same global map as Dubai and Kuala Lumpur. It's called the Boardwalk at Bricktown, and at its core stands a skyscraper so tall, so unapologetically ambitious that it's already breaking headlines. 1,907 feet tall, taller than One World Trade Center, taller than Chicago's Willis Tower. In fact, if it's built, it'll become the tallest building in America. And that number, well, it's no accident. It's actually a tribute to the year Oklahoma gained statehood, 1907. History meets audacity in one stunning vertical line. But this isn't just a tower. The plan includes 4 high-rise buildings, a mini-city within a city, packed with luxury hotels, apartments, office spaces, and high-end retail. It's being pitched not just as a local development, but as a national rebranding. Guess what the goal is? Turn a place long seen as flyover country into the beating heart of modern America. At the center of this dream is Madison Capital, partnering with AO Architects, a firm that's helped design some of the sleekest structures across the globe. Together, they say they're not just building buildings, they're building a legacy. They've looked at the Burj Khalifa, they've studied Merdeka 118, but instead of replicating, they want to outdo. And not in Dubai's deserts or KL's skyline, but right here in Tornado Alley. "We're not trying to fit in," said one of the developers. "We're trying to stand out." Because while New York has blizzards and LA has earthquakes, Oklahoma has tornadoes. And not just any tornadoes. We're talking EF4 and EF5 monsters, capable of ripping buildings from their foundations, hurling trucks like toys, and flattening entire neighborhoods in minutes. On average, Oklahoma sees 50-plus tornadoes a year. So the obvious question arises. How do you build a 1,907-foot glass and steel tower in the middle of Tornado Alley and expect it to survive? The answer? Engineering wizardry, or so developers claim. At the core of the tower will be quite literally a core. A massive column of reinforced concrete, thicker and denser than what's used in NYC or Chicago. Think of it as the spine of the skyscraper, designed to anchor it to the earth even when the sky rages. Then there's the tuned mass damper, the skyscraper's secret weapon against the chaos of the skies. Imagine a massive suspended weight, often the size of a bus or larger, tucked near the top of the building. As the wind tries to push and sway the tower, this counterweight swings in the opposite direction, absorbing energy and keeping the building stable. It's a little like putting a shock absorber inside the spine of the structure. That's why the damper in this case is being engineered a little differently. Instead of just bracing against side-to-side motion from jet stream gusts, it's being tuned to handle the chaotic forces of rotational windstorms, a challenge most skyscraper designs never have to consider. Engineers are really pushing the boundaries of what these systems can do, essentially designing a skyscraper that can dance with a tornado and stay standing. It's high-tech ballet in the middle of the storm. Even the design went through intense wind tunnel testing, but with a twist. Instead of only testing against high-altitude wind loads, engineers simulated the chaotic rotational forces of tornado funnels, something very few towers have ever had to actually consider. But not everyone is convinced. Around Oklahoma City, locals are intrigued and anxious. Engineers might say it's possible, but many are wondering, why bother tempting fate? Why go vertical in a place where Mother Nature specializes in going horizontal, fast and violently? There's precedent for building tall and windy places though. The Sears Tower in Chicago has stood strong for decades through fierce lakefront winds. But it's never faced EF5 level gusts that can exceed 200 miles per hour and can come from all directions at once. And that's the quiet fear lurking under all the steel and glass and billion-dollar dreams. You can hurricane-proof a basement, but can you tornado-proof the sky? That question hangs in the Oklahoma air, swirling and unsettled as this tower inches closer to reality. And yet, stormproofing might be the easy part, because the real test, whether anyone will actually show up. This isn't just a skyscraper, it's a $1.5 billion gamble, and Oklahoma City is putting its name, its image, and maybe even its future on the line. For decades, OKC has been known for oil rigs, college football, and tornado sirens. But with this project, the city's shouting a new message to the world. We're not just the middle of America, we're the center of what's coming next. The Boardwalk at Bricktown isn't just about building high, it's about transforming identity. The city is trying to rebrand itself, swapping out flatland cliches for bold architectural symbolism. A massive shimmering tower where there used to be parking lots and forgotten warehouses. A skyline that says Tech Hub, not Tumbleweed. If it works, it could become a magnet for remote workers, global tourists, Fortune 500 investments, and young talent priced out of coastal cities. A symbol of the new American frontier, where affordability meets ambition. Think of what Austin became for Texas, and now imagine OKC trying to do it with more glass and 1,000 extra feet. But if it flops, then it might become the Tulsa Eiffel Tower, big, bold, and bizarrely empty. Sure, it looks impressive on a postcard, but what if the lights never come on in those luxury apartments? What if the penthouses stay unsold, and the sweeping office floors are more echo than enterprise? Picture gleaming retail spaces turning into ghost corridors lined with dusty for-lease signs. The promise of an economic boom could quickly morph into the reality of an overbuilt shell, a monument to ambition that outpaced demand. Instead of drawing life into the heart of Oklahoma City, it could become a vertical reminder of misplaced priorities, standing tall but hollow. A place tourists might snap photos of and locals quietly resent. Because when a tower becomes a symbol, it had better symbolize the right thing. Otherwise, it doesn't just fail to uplift a city, it casts a long, expensive shadow over it. And that's what's got the locals split. Some are cheering, saying, finally, Oklahoma dares to dream like cities on the coast. Others look around and ask, why build a temple to the future when we still have potholes and school shortages today? There's a genuine tension here between vision and practicality, hope and hard math. Can one tower reshape an entire city's reputation? Or is this just another case of vanity architecture, an expensive monument to ambition that forgot to bring a business plan? At its heart, this tower isn't just steel and concrete. It's a bet on the American dream, that reinvention is always possible, that boldness still matters, that middle America can rise. But what if that dream is too tall for reality? And what if all that glass is just a reflection of what we wish we could be? The answer, like the tower itself, is still under construction. So what happens after the ribbon cutting? After the headlines fade and the Instagram photos stop trending? That's the real question, because this tower isn't just about Oklahoma. It might be a signal, a flare sent up from the heart of America saying we can dream big too. If it succeeds, if those 1,907 feet of steel and glass actually deliver on their promise, it could spark a ripple effect. Other inland cities like St. Louis, Phoenix, or even Omaha might start to ask, why not us? Why should global recognition be reserved for the coasts? Maybe we can build higher, dream louder, demand to be noticed. And that could quietly shift the entire center of American urban ambition. No longer just New York or LA, but a whole new skyline of possibility rising from what we used to call flyover states. But if it fails, if the foot traffic never comes, the offices stay dark, and the glossy renderings age into irony, then it risks becoming a cautionary tale. A warning to any other city thinking of going vertical without checking if they have the horizontal support. The phrase, "build it and they will come," sounds poetic, until they don't. It's not just a tower, it's a gamble on symbolism. In today's world, every city wants a monument, a skyline-defining signature. Because in the age of branding, architecture is identity, and a skyscraper isn't just a place to live or work. It's a statement about who you are and what you believe your city can be. That's why this story matters, not just to Oklahoma, but to all of us. Because the next frontier of architecture might not be about reaching the clouds. It might be about where you choose to rise. And if you're gonna plant a 1,900-foot dream in the middle of Tornado Alley, you'd better be ready for the storm. America's tallest skyscraper, rising from the windswept plains of Oklahoma, is bold. It's bizarre. It's bizarrely bold. It flips everything we thought we knew about city skylines, and it challenges the idea that ambition only lives on the coasts. And it asks a question few dared to before. What if the heart of America could become the crown? Maybe this will be the Burj Khalifa of the West, a new icon that attracts global attention, fuels local growth, and redefines what's possible in a place known more for tornado sirens than blueprints. Or maybe it's a $1.5 billion gamble that collapses under its own weight, a cautionary tale wrapped in shimmering glass. Either way, you can bet the world will be watching. But what about you? Is this a stroke of genius or just another ego project built too high and too fast? Could this be the new face of American reinvention, or is it reaching too far above its roots? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you're into stories where cities, risk, and ridiculous ambition collide, hit that subscribe button. Because the future, it's not just coming from the clouds, it might be the clouds, even in Tornado Alley. And that's about it. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want more updates, make sure to subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell icon so you don't miss any videos and get notifications on time. Don't hesitate to give suggestions in the comments below. See you in the next one.